We would like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. To see all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe Word with Jason Rouse.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Rouse, and welcome to Safe Word Pad. Hey,
Oh, look.
I'm bombing in life.
You can't bomb on your own podcast.
Yeah, you totally can. In your life, you can. Hey everybody. Hey.
What were we saying about weed earlier?
Shit. Okay.
Do you need to set up your phone again or no?
No, I'm just falling apart. I'm trying to keep myself together.
All right. Get it together.
Get it together.
Do better.
Right? Do better. Try. Focus. My head is constantly like a bag of squirrels. Hey, everybody. This is Jason Rouse, and welcome to Safe Word Podcast. On the show today, Abbey Vollman.
Yes.
I said it right.
Yes.
I want to always say Van Holman. Is there any similarities to your last name and the something just for the audience's don't give a shit list?
No.
German. Yeah.
So it's German, not. It almost sounded like Dracula.
It does sound very Dracula.
But like, I think it used to have more of like the like in the German language how they like choke when they talk.
There was a couple more
It
letters.
was probably like Vollman at one point.
Yeah.
And then they got to America and they changed it.
And your grandparents are dead.
No. Yeah, I know. All of my grandparents, I mean, for the most part, are alive.
Yeah, your grandparents are what, 62?
Well, my grandmother is in her early 70s, and then both my dad's parents are alive, and they're in their 80s. But we don't really talk to them. Those are the Vollmans.
I was going to say that
they're a little cuckoo.
Are they still in Germany?
No, so they're in Escondido.
Escondido,
California.
Oh, okay.
So like towards San Diego.
Is there like a German community in California?
I feel like there is, because then here we have like New Braunfels, Fredericksburg.
Yeah.
Do we have a Frankfurt, Texas? I feel like we do.
It sounds like something.
We probably do.
Yeah.
We have a London and a Paris, Texas too.
Have you been to Germany?
No, I've never been to Europe.
Really?
I'd love to go.
Yeah, it's cool.
I would really actually like to go. Yesterday we talked about Australia.
Yes.
I really want to go to Australia.
I really want to go to Australia too. It's not the best time to go to either Australia or Canada. I don't know if you've paid attention.
Yeah.
You are American, so
no,
you have no.
I am American, but like I try and keep up with what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, American politics are depressing.
Canadian politics are hilarious.
Yeah, they are kind of funny. I just sometimes like I like fantasize. I'm like, imagine being in Canada, like arguing about plants right now. That would be great.
They're mostly it's over hockey, or lineups at Tim Hortons Donuts coffee shop. But you did a weird kind of loop-de-doo approach to stand-up comedy. As you started stand-up in probably one of the worst cities in the world to start doing stand-up.
It is intimidating. I started in Los Angeles, California.
The rooms are awful.
They're real. They're special.
Brutal.
There's this one open mic where it was in the back of a clothing store on Melrose.
Yeah.
And
Melrose and what? Fairfax? The trendy area or the boutique area closer to
It was the
Beverly
boutique
Hills?
area. It was closer to Beverly Hills, but not quite.
Was it the Love Shack?
It's called Flashback Mike.
Okay.
Actually. So I don't remember what the clothing store is called. I just know the mic was Flashback.
Okay.
And they would do it in this little storage room. It would be you. There would be 10 people on the mic like every hour or something.
Yeah.
only comics, and you would
Barely
stand
comics. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot of actors bomb.
bomb. I did groundlings too, and like there was this kid who was surprisingly younger than me in one of my classes, and his agent was making him take improv because he was so pretty,
Yeah.
and he was like a male model.
Yeah.
But they were like, we need you to.
You have no develop a personality.
He couldn't do the fucking
You think this is funny?
alphabet
The guy
games.
was super good looking and had nothing to
He
contribute.
was
the funny.
gorgeous. He was so gorgeous. He was the
Do you
dumbest
have a
person.
locket of his hair in your purse or
No,
something?
no, he's not
Did
that
you
pretty.
kiss him?
No. he doesn't know the alphabet. That's what I was getting at. Like we would always play like the alphabet improv game. You start each line with
Yeah.
A, B, C. He would always mess up.
Really?
He'd mess up like right around H through J too. You'd be like, what?
And then what do I? Because I would probably fuck up the same situation, but I can't fall back on.
Well, you gotta. That's what it's an exercise in like paying attention.
Yeah.
And like knowing what's going on, where you are.
It's hard.
He didn't graduate high school either though. So maybe that's a y'all thing.
Maybe I should call this guy and we could work a double act out together called Ugly and Handsome.
Okay, yeah. He looks a little strung out because
Heroin Chic.
yeah, he models for YSL. That's kind of their whole thing.
What's YSL?
Yves Saint Laurent.
Oh, sorry. I'm
It's like a designer. I
was
don't know.
born in a steel town.
I can't afford it. So
Yeah.
I mean, I was born in Los Angeles.
And you can't afford
Can't afford anything.
couture.
No, I'm wearing Bianca's clothes right now.
Hey, I'm wearing Bianca's clothes right now.
Probably.
Her parents' funeral attire. Yeah, Skankfest. Let's talk about that.
All right.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yes.
You are sneaky.
I am sneaky, and I'm not sorry about it either.
Don't.
I mean, they're not gonna do anything to me. You
No.
know, I did 5 minutes. They'll be fine.
And then you know what? I think
I did it during the roast of Louis J. Gomez too. So
First of all,
nobody gave a shit.
It's Skankfest.
Yeah.
That's kind of on the table. If you can
Yeah.
sneak in, you can get in.
Yeah, I feel like it's for criminals by criminals.
Thank you.
Skankfest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny because I was just being really facetious last night. Amy Shanker was at the bar at Creek, and somebody was like, "Oh, how do you and Amy know each other?" And Amy was like, "Oh, well, I met Abbey at Skankfest because she was on the same show that I did." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you know me, just snuck onto a show." And then Zach, who was the bartender, he like got my attention and was like, "Hey, Abby, that was my show. You snuck on." And I was like, Zach, so good to see you, friend. Thank
That's
you
great.
again.
Why not? You know, I
was like, thank you for
sneak
the
in.
ego check. Also, thank you for putting me on your show.
Yeah, that happens. A lot of the opportunities is just being there.
Yeah,
in
no,
the way, most of it.
I mean, that's how I've gotten anything that I'm doing
Yeah.
like tonight. I'm just here.
Yeah, because
So-
you don't have the luxury of a manager and agent bringing you to improv classes.
I don't even with comedy, I feel like having an agent is so pointless.
Totally.
Why would I give somebody 20%
Yeah.
when I can just argue
And the
my
money's
price?
so little. If
That's-
you're
that's
doing
what I
club
mean.
touring.
I make no money. I lose money.
I know it's expensive to do
I don't
this,
even
right?
do club tours.
Yeah.
I show up
you
to
pi-
other cities.
and
I'm
you
like, please.
panhandle with a
Yeah.
cup. Yeah.
I get pleasantly surprised when I get paid.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
got paid for all the shows I've done so far in Austin.
The comics are that bad here that you're getting paid.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that funny?
That's the thing, though, is if you come out of a really trying,
Oh,
you know
fuck,
how
I knocked
you
over
know how
that water.
you knocked over your water.
Yeah. Gotta manage your expectations, all right.
See, if you had a manager, we wouldn't have this problem right now. I'm gonna have another hit off of this.
Yeah. Well, I probably can't since. I mean, hand-eye coordination was never my thing.
No sports.
Anyway, no. I did dance.
I did dance. Sorry, I did drunk. I was a drunk dancer.
That's a stripper.
I used to do this thing called the rocking chair with a nail in it, where I'd pull.
That's
my,
a dance move, or
It's more of a party trick than a
Okay.
dance move. So I would pull my underwear and pants down to my ankles, lay on my back, and with my legs up, so it was like the shape of a rocking chair, and I'd rock back and forth, but I'd pull my dick up between my legs so it looked like a nail sticking up, and I'd rock back and forth.
Oh my
That's not a
gosh.
dance move, is it?
No, that's straight up drunk behavior.
Is that bad?
I mean,
The rocking chair with a nail in it.
did you have fun doing it?
I had a great time.
Well, then no. As long
Yeah.
as, you know.
It became a request.
Well,
over
then,
time.
yeah, then it was probably great.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
a move. It was physical.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
I should
yeah.
have probably had some music in the background.
Ooh, well, that would make it dancing. Otherwise, you're just a guy
Yeah.
pulling his dick out, rolling around on the floor. It's not a party trick. You're just showing up at people's houses.
Just rolling around my cock out.
Like, you can't actually be within 200 yards of here.
Somebody pick me up,
You need to
please.
Leave.
Yeah, I've been naked so many times on television, and I was naked on a TV show.
Naked in, where were you? What TV show?
You want to see something weird?
Maybe.
I know you're a little hesitant.
What TV show?
This one, I found this clip. So this is I can't show the audience, but this is at the end of a show in Sweden.
Comedy show?
This is on YouTube. Yeah, that really happened. This is on like daytime television in
this-
Sweden. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they ran this on Swedish television. Isn't that crazy?
They did a naked. Did you watch the Naked Roast Battle
No, I
at
could-
Skankfest?
I couldn't get in. It was overpacked. But yeah,
Oh.
that
It was special.
their faces look terrified, by the way.
Yeah.
Right?
They look horrified.
Like that is a.
It's unsettling.
th-
Yeah.
These are nice Swedish girls that are traumatized.
Yeah. Well, when you're from Sweden, you gotta.
They're a very not really that. They don't have hang-ups about sex in Europe.
No, they
North
kind of. No, they
Americans do.
don't. No. Yeah, because they let their kids drink.
And do anal before they're
Yeah.
teenagers. They
Yeah.
call it daddy's pussy. Is the asshole.
That'd be a great band name.
Daddy's pussy?
Yeah, I love playing this game. I love playing band name.
Yeah.
Called it.
What kind of music would Daddy's pussy play?
Oh, probably some kind of SoundCloud rap or like some kind of glam metal band.
Ooh, I was thinking like an all dyke punk rock band.
No, I couldn't see like
Daddy's pussy?
yeah, I feel like it's gotta be like bubblegum metal, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Like it's the one chick and then her band of dudes.
okay.
That's how I would feel. And then one
Like-
of them has to be daddy, probably the bass player.
And she could be pussy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe they're a married couple that also play music together.
Oh yeah, well we know how well that goes.
Is
So-
it bad?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess Stevie Nicks and
But I think they were all high on coke, fucking
yeah.
each other.
Well, see, that seems to be the common denominator now, doesn't it?
Cocaine.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Don't do that.
No, it's not good.
It's not good. I heard there's a lot of it in your hometown.
There's a lot actually.
Yeah.
It's very crazy because I had never even been around as many drugs as like I have been in Houston, and I straight up lived in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know why.
It is Wild
it's
West.
so rampant. I don't know.
They work hard
scary.
and play hard out here.
They do. Well, it's an oil town.
The weed's
So-
garbage.
Huh?
The weed here is garbage.
Oh, the weed in Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
Ass.
Yeah, I know. I was
bad.
horrified.
I don't smoke anything that doesn't come from California, basically. Or I try not to.
Bit of a snob that way.
Not even just like
Do you have your Starbucks brought in on a forklift?
no, I don't like Starbucks.
Oh, really?
I know I'm different. I don't support Dunkin' Donuts either.
Why? Because they
They're so Dunkin' Donuts.
test on babies?
No, but they are run by babies.
What do you mean, babies?
So-
Babies
so-
make those donuts?
No, and the corporation is called Inspire Brands. Inspire Brands.
Do I need to get a violin out for this?
No,
Are
because
you
it's
part of a Facebook group?
nope. It's just me. This is the hill that I will die on.
Okay.
Because I used to work at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Bragger.
No, it's not even.
How many months does it take before this wait staff to get pregnant at Buffalo Wild Wings?
Ooh,
Or pregnancy scares?
Scares are different.
Yeah.
Scares are different. As far as I know, only one of my old coworkers ended up having a baby with a coworker.
Okay.
A lot of them already had babies.
Yeah.
But like what I'm saying is Inspire Brands owns Buffalo Wild Wings, Dunkin' Donuts, and Baskin Robbins, and like some other like Sonics or whatever. So I don't support those businesses because like
They all give you diarrhea.
yeah, I
first
just
and
hate
foremost.
them so much.
Because of their political.
Those are dumb. They make bad decisions.
Well, look at their products.
Well,
They're for
that's what
dumb
I'm
people.
saying.
They're not making donuts for you. You're not
No.
a donut lady.
Well, like they're also like, you know, I worked through the pandemic and then I was like working for them during the transition of not only like pandemic to post-ish pandemic life, but like from corporation to corporation. And they just like cut a lot of corners and it was like very dangerous
Yeah.
to be working there.
Yeah, I don't see the value in even in franchises. That's what I like about Austin. There's so many independent business owners here that are kind of doing their own thing the way
There's a lot of like with Austin, there's a lot of like small businesses, independent businesses, and then there's a lot of like really sneaky chains though. I keep hitting that. Like there's a lot of like I feel like there are a lot of franchises in Austin, but they're disguised.
What do you mean, like the burger
So like there's
joints?
Burger Joint, we have that in Houston.
Was Wonderburger or Whataburger?
No, like literally there's a place called The Burger Joint. That's what I thought you were referring to.
Oh no.
No, but like of course Whataburger, but like that's well known. I'm talking more like there's some thrift stores that definitely have the vibe of like this is like a original, you know, just in this town, but like they're everywhere actually.
That's what happened when fashions changed to look more like grunge in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
The vintage clothing would triple. Well, you've shopped on Melrose.
Yeah.
Shirts,
well,
concert shirts that I had been to in the
they're like
80s.
$300.
Yeah.
I saw a Metallica shirt in a thrift shop
Yeah.
yesterday that was $480.
Yeah. That's
I
outrageous.
was like, man, it was from their first album too. Like,
How
mean-
do you know Metallica? You clearly have taste in because that was the
Yeah.
first concert I ever went to.
oh really?
Yeah.
I've never been to a proper like metal concert. I do like metal.
Yeah.
My music taste can be pretty broad.
Sure.
I think the only like proper like hard rock concert I've been to was the Pretty Reckless, and they came through House of Blues.
What's Pretty Reckless?
They're really good actually. You should check them out.
Is a female singer?
Female front. I like female front bands. So like
Like In This Moment?
yes, I love In This Moment. They're great.
Let me see.
In This Moment, isn't Ginger fronted by a woman?
Yeah. She's got quite a
She's
range.
got an insane
Yeah.
voice. Ginger, I'm trying to think. Shinedown. There's this new pop punk band. They're not like super huge, but they're called Yours Truly, I think.
Okay.
Is that what they're called?
There's an industrial
Probably.
group called Youth Code, fronted by a woman, which I had no idea was a lady until I did a little research on the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes when they scream so much, you can't even tell.
Well, these very highly trained, singers are crossing over into metal, and they
I
have
wanted
range.
to do it when I was a kid.
You
And
wanted
my
to
voice
sing
teacher would
metal?
never let me.
No.
I wanted to.
There's stigma attached to it. It's not music.
Well, yeah, because I was gonna do musical theater. I was gonna do the Broadway.
Yeah.
That was what I was gonna do with my life, and
Singing and dancing.
yeah, for no money.
And now you're telling dick jokes
For no
in
money.
bars for no
I don't really
money?
tell dick jokes.
You swear a lot.
I do swear a lot.
I just made that up.
Well, no, I do.
I heard them booing when you were on stage.
Nobody
I don't know.
booed.
I
All
heard
right.
somebody boo.
No one, because I woke him up.
Whoa. Have you been booed?
No,
See, I have. That's why I don't care.
I've been heckled pretty bad,
Yeah, of course.
but
Good. But
yeah.
never been booed?
I've had a guy boo somebody else for me on stage.
That happens
And like
to
one guy
girls.
was like not shutting like the fuck up, and this other guy stood up and like booed him, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, kick this guy out.
First of all, that guy who stood up on your behalf
White Knight.
is a sex offender.
Yeah.
First and foremost, that is called a trap.
I just like, I mean, like he stood up, and I thought he was gonna do something more, and then he just went boo, and I was like, okay,
Oh,
well.
you want a guy to get up out of the audience and blast some guy
I mean,
in
like,
the
what am I
face?
gonna do? All I can do is yell and be like, hello, could somebody please remove?
You could spit spit.
I really don't. I'm never on stage long enough to truly care if people get removed from my sets, at least. Like I'm never headlining, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But if
I can get through the 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes just fine.
Yeah.
Then I'll probably just try and.
Once if somebody just starts screaming in the beginning of the show and
Yeah,
it just progressively gets worse. and
happened.
worse. Yeah. And no one ever booed?
No, people don't really boo in Houston. They just get violent.
Play a black comedy club and find out what people believe.
I friggin' love doing black rooms.
Yeah, I heard
It
there's
is.
a black club in Houston.
There is. There's one.
I want to go.
There's a few actually. There's a few really good ones. There's one in downtown called Phil and Derek's. They do fantastic shows and they have really good open mics. And then I did one called the Comedy Lounge, and that was some of like the most fun I've ever had on stage, like in a long time. It was so good.
Electric.
Like I tell a lot of stories, and so I really need people to
Pay attention.
like pay attention, trust me to take them where I'm going to take them, and like people need to be engaged for a good amount of my set, or like when I want to tell the jokes that I actually want to tell, you know? Like I need
pacing.
Yeah.
Well, that's your theater background
Oh,
coming
totally.
into play.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people are going to appreciate your thespian side of your stand-up
Not at all. Some people are like, you do too many act outs. You know, you take too long to get to your punchlines.
The peanut gallery always has their opinions.
People have a lot of opinions.
And as a woman, they're coming out of the woodwork. There's
always a guy who knows better than me, or he thinks that he does.
Well, that's
you know, and
it's gonna continue on for the rest of your
it never stops.
career.
It never stops.
Yeah.
There's even there's comics. I won't be shady and say who, but there is a comic in Austin where every time I see them, they hit on me, and I'm like, yeah, hi, we've done this before.
Yeah.
We've met 80 times. We've worked together.
This is where the
still don't like
spitting
you.
comes in.
I don't. No, guys are into that. You can't just spit on people.
I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You can't?
No,
I've
I
spit on
wouldn't.
people.
If I literally looked a guy in the face, was like, I will spit on you if you don't stop. They'd be like,
yeah, but that's the thing.
What was that?
The cops here. My computer tells me what time it is on
Oh
the
my
hour, or I
God.
forget. It just said it's 7:00.
that's crazy. I thought that was a person.
Yeah, my son has hung himself in the closet.
Yeah, I mean,
I know. A lot of people don't like coming over here because they think the spiders are going to jump down on them. Or
where are
something.
the spiders? Wait, why?
There's.
I saw those roaches on the door, and I was
Yeah.
like,
They're fake.
I know. They're still uncomfortable.
They're gross.
They're nasty.
That's why I put them there, because there's nothing worse than seeing a cockroach climb out of your anus while you're sleeping.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be really, really bad.
If somebody put a cockroach in your hair, would you freak out?
Yeah, I would die. I would die.
Well, you're in California.
I don't know. No, I don't know how you move past that. Legitimately.
If you were like...
I saw a roach fly in a girl's face, and she recovered so gracefully. I was like, life doesn't go on after that.
No?
No, it doesn't. There was a roach in my bathtub once in Los Angeles, and if I hear the crunch, I'll die.
Yeah.
Like that
shell.
sound.
They always crunch.
That's the sound of my soul leaving my body. I can't. If I hear it.
Picked up 2 hissing cockroaches and bit their heads off.
I mean, I bet you would do that, and I'd be like, more power to you. I'm gonna run.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Not doing it.
They're really nasty.
I pepper sprayed it, so I didn't have to squish it.
Oh,
but I used
in your bathtub in your house. You unloaded pepper spray.
Listen,
did it work? Because
yeah.
it just blinds you. It didn't kill it.
Well, it killed it, and I was sneezing for like a week.
Every time you got in the shower.
Yep.
Turned into a fucking asbestos
Every time
sauna.
I had to pee. Well, I asked my roommate at the time. I was like, "Can you please come kill this cockroach?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "What a good first impression, new roommate. Like, what the fuck?"
The guy works at Starbucks. Probably.
He totally did.
Did he?
Yep.
I knew that.
He totally worked at Starbucks.
No one would kill an insect working at Starbucks.
I feel like, well, he hardly worked at Starbucks.
Was
he was one of those perpetually injured kids.
Oh.
He's not a kid. He's older than me, but like
very emaciated, lanky.
Not even like lanky. He was just like always hurting himself. So he was always on medical leave. I was like, how are they still employing you?
This is
You
somebody
don't
who's
go.
made a career out of being injured.
And I mean, work smarter, not harder.
Were you? What was your last job, or the job?
Well, like I still
Pre-COVID.
have a job.
Yeah.
Like I still have to have a day job.
What's the day job?
I walk dogs now.
That's nice.
It's not bad.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of rad. Like it's really easy to wake up and like not have to talk to anybody.
How many dogs?
I'll do a lot because I
6?
no, probably I'll end up like walking like 9 a day. I'll do it from like 9:30, 10ish to 4.
And how do you get them to? Because I've seen dog walkers with 5 dogs.
Well, I
on
don't
each
walk.
hand.
I don't walk them all at once.
Okay.
So I work for a company, and they send us to people's homes.
Okay.
And then we like get their dog, take their dog, and then we go to the next house, next house, next house.
Do you get a read on the dog immediately? Because some of them are it's just like anything; they just are not having it. It's
Yeah,
a bad
we
day
do.
for everybody.
We do get like pet profiles, so I can like kind of know what I'm getting into. But like there are a lot of like really stubborn dogs, or like some breeds are just extra dumb. Like, and it's
Dachshund.
no, I love
Stubborn.
Dachshund.
I love them too,
They're
but
so
they're
stubborn.
always
They're
assholes.
so cute.
Yeah, they're so
It's
cute.
really like there's this one woman. She has 2
Anything
like purebred
fluffy.
Shih Tzus.
Yeah, they're assholes.
I hate them.
They never shut the fuck up.
One of them like literally ate glass
Yeah.
off the side of the road, and I was like, how do you not know that you can't eat glass? Like, how stupid you have
Look
to
at
be.
the face; it's all retarded.
Yeah.
It's spread so.
No, they're
in.
they're so dumb.
And they're there to be in a fucking purse with their head out. They
Yeah,
suck. Your dogs suck.
Everybody's dog kind of sucks, honestly. So I mean, like,
Well, it's
'cause
like
that's
kids.
well, that's like the thing. They're like, oh, white girls, they love all dogs. All dogs are great. I'm like, no, you haven't loved dogs until you've learned that you can hate dogs.
Sure.
You're gonna hate pets that you have too.
They're like giant retarded kids that walk around all fours. That
I
bite
just
and
tell
shit
people, I'm
everywhere.
like, you're really in for a rude awakening one day when you get a pet and you're like, man, this one's a dud.
Yeah, you run into problems with just some of them have birth defects and brain cycle.
Yeah.
People are the same way.
Yeah, people are. Some people aren't, and then they're just the worst.
I want a goat.
You want a goat?
I would totally want a goat. I
My
was looking at
mom's
wolves.
babysitter growing up had goats.
They're hilarious.
Yeah, they'll eat everything.
Then put them in a place where they can eat everything.
That's true. A barn. This is
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, you could throw garbage and stuff in there. They'll
Totally.
eat.
I feel like they'll eat soda cans.
Yeah.
Probably those fake roaches.
Those fake those would be easy for a goat to eat. But yeah, I'd like to get like some wolves. I've been looking at wolves.
Can you really do that?
I think you
Do you
can.
need land?
Yeah, it's not going to be here. I don't think
Yeah,
my neighbors would
I don't
appreciate
think-
it. As cool as it would be to have a wolf in my
I
apartment.
think your leasing office would.
Yeah,
They'd have a heart attack.
First of all, you see the mixed breed wolf dog ones, and anytime they go into the dog park, you're like, that's fucking 3/4 wolf. Look at
Yeah.
how long the teeth
Yeah,
are
you can get like dog DNA tests now too. So
to see how much wolf is in them.
yeah, you can like get their wolfiness.
I just don't want
test.
it to act like a wolf in the house.
Well, see, that's the thing though. That's kind of what actually, it's so funny because Bianca and I were talking about like people owning monkeys earlier.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not good.
You can do it, I guess, like under the correct circumstance, assuming that the environment is correct for the monkey and like, you didn't like steal it from the wild, but they are wild animals,
Yeah.
although very intelligent. Like,
Well,
There-
the attacks are.
there's a reason like we
recorded.
don't already like coexist with monkeys and wolves, like you have to.
And they maim them.
Yeah.
They pull the tiger's claws.
I know.
They do these things that modify. They clip
I
the bird's wings
know.
and stuff. You got to keep it natural,
Makes
or
me
you
so
can't keep it. Yeah, it's sad.
Well, that's why it's like common sense, dude. Like, come on. We don't have to do hardly anything to have cats and dogs, and
Yeah.
they're great.
Yeah, I
They're
could
great.
do with it. I don't
You
want
can
anything.
get snakes, even. You can get.
I just want snakes to throw on people.
There used to be a guy in Hollywood Boulevard who would do that.
The guy.
The guy with
didn't
the
he
snake.
take pictures?
He
people?
would take pictures with people, but like he would just like kind of put his snake on people without consent because he did it to me, and I was like, huh? What?
Oh, that's right. But that's
He's like
how
a full like python or something.
They do that, and then you whoa, and then it
And then
gains
you gotta-
curiosity, and then the
yeah.
pictures. I lived behind Man's Chinese Theater.
Oh,
the Magic Castle.
That's why you're not afraid of roaches.
Yeah, no, I didn't live in the worst part.
Were you ever a magician? Be honest.
Jesus. I know I dress like one, but I've never been a magician.
Okay, well that's fair. That's good.
Some of my friends are magicians, but
That's-
no, I've never. That's
Every
like,
girl I know's dated a magician, and if
it
they
must be
have
the magic
if they haven't dated a magician, then they're going to.
in LA.
In general,
Really?
In
Is there
general.
that many magicians? Well, they use their magic to
Yeah.
fucking put a finger in your ass. That's
It's
all
not
magic
even-
is.
I don't even know why.
Magic?
Like, I feel like I got my magician phase out early.
Are you telling me that women have a magician face?
Every girl is gonna date a magician at some point, and that's just a sad fact. Here's the thing: is like even if you were to date somebody and they were not actively a magician, at
Yeah.
some point they've wanted to learn about
A card
mentalism,
Yeah.
a card trick. They might be like way too into like body language shit. I really consider all that kind of red flags.
They part of their craft is to study the body language, the
Right.
psychology, but it's
Yeah.
also manipulative.
It is. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're schemers.
they are schemers. But like, here's the thing: like when you're a calculated schemer, like I'm more on the fly. You know, I
my
come
roo-
up with
my,
all my best ideas.
my roommate was a magician at the Magic Castle when I was in LA.
Oh well, that kind of
We never banged though.
okay. Yeah. Well,
And there's a whole nother story with that. But
you can't bang your
sorry.
roommates.
I know some people.
I know
friends
people
of mine-
do.
My friend fucked his roommate the first night, and then it went sour.
Mm.
She
Yeah.
demanded that he was her boyfriend now.
See, that's why you talk about that shit before you fuck people.
Yeah, but you don't move in with somebody that you might fuck.
Yeah, well, that's
Whoops. What
yeah,
happened?
isn't that? I
what
mean,
happened?
I live alone.
No, but you live with somebody that you banged by mistake.
By mistake? Like you move in and it's just like a one night stand you had?
And now you're roommates.
That would be that. I mean, start writing the pilot.
Yeah.
It's a great concept.
Somebody who bangs their roommate and then they're find themselves in a dysfunctional relationship as long as the lease.
It's just like I feel like if that happened to me, I wouldn't even notice because I've had like one night stands with utterly forgettable people.
yeah.
So
Empty souls.
it's happened to me before where somebody's remembered me and I've been like, huh? Oh, what's up, Trevor? Like,
oh yeah, I still got
yeah,
that hangnail.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Side to side, not up and down, Trevor.
I'm like, oh yeah. I feel like I've kicked people out before because I'm bored.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, well, we tried.
I've gotten the normally I kick the guy out, but you can stay. And then I kick them out of their own house and take on their
Oh.
identity.
Well, that would explain.
I had some friends of mine that were girls that would throw guys out of their apartments
Yeah.
constantly after they fucked them.
Yeah.
And
I don't like when if it's really casual like that, don't linger. Get out. Seriously. Like I'm busy.
Yeah.
So like especially
I
too
think they're
I
gonna be
call it
generally-
civilians, like especially if you're out here just like fucking civilians,
Ugh.
like not comics.
Yeah. Yeah, who fucks comics?
I don't know, comics.
Yeah.
Chuckle fuckers.
A lot of the comics out here fuck each other.
Yeah, it's very incestuous. It's like a thing.
It's
That was
gross.
another thing at Skankfest was like you could
Everybody-
always tell who was already fucked other people because they would give each other the nastiest looks.
Sure.
At
yeah.
Skankfest.
No, I saw a lot of scowls across the parking lot.
Oh yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
That's why like I was like for a while I got myself into a little bit of trouble because I was kind of just
Peeing on people while they're sleeping.
no, but like I would do it for like I had like one person in this city, one person in this city, and then one person in this city, and then of course
They
like
started putting your picture up in the men's shelters.
the universe is like really mean to me sometimes, I guess, or like God had it out for me, and I got booked on a show with 4 people once.
Wow.
Like
Depending on whether or not it's a sour situation.
it
but
was
it's a pain in the ass.
It was just awkward because like three of them, they were like
Awkward for who?
past
You?
me. They don't know about each other, but like
They don't?
they don't. No, I'm positive
you
they
sure?
don't. Yeah, they don't know about each other. But like, I did have like, I literally was going on a date with the current dude after that show,
Yeah.
and like I'm sitting in this green room,
Oh.
and we're on a couch, and like I'm sitting.
That's a weird conversation.
I was dying, like sweating,
Yeah.
waiting for this fucking show to start because there's no buffers.
There's nothing wrong.
No, like it was just
Why
like
would
I
it
just
be?
don't want. I don't. Well, because so
They're
like
gonna
I said,
gossip no matter what.
I'm in the middle, and then sitting number one is to my left. You know,
Number one?
number one,
Now,
two, and three.
Are this is first, second, third, or is this grading system?
No, this is like first, second, third. Because fourth, I had a date with after the show. So that was my thing. Was like he was still being very
How do you
like
find time for comedy?
I don't know. Because that's all I do. Yeah. In every sense of the word. But like number four and I had a date after this show. So
Yeah.
he's of course like sitting kind of close, kind
Yeah,
of being very
snuggling
flirty.
up, yeah.
But then I'm like, you
Yeah.
know, I don't want.
These guys just fingered me 2 weeks ago.
That's what I mean. So I'm like freaking out. And then I was like, remember I was like sweating and I was like, okay, like I need somebody else to come in to this green room. And I was
Break
like,
it
please
up.
God, send somebody in. And he did. He sent in my ex-boyfriend who walked right in the door and sat down.
So now you got four.
I literally stood up and I was like, actually, talk amongst yourselves. I'm out of here. Like, done.
How exciting.
It was one of the funniest and like worst moments.
Yeah.
Like as it's as like a comic,
Were you
when shitty stuff is
visiting-
happening, you're like, okay, this is funny, but this is like, how did this become my life?
Yeah, that happens. Yeah. Yeah. You ever have an ex sit in the front row?
Yeah. I used to have one that would just like hang out in the back of all my shows.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
be like, I can see you.
Yeah, no.
You're not hiding. Or he would hit people up and be like, yeah, so I've been going to a lot of comedy shows recently. And be like, wonder why.
Yeah. No, that gets
Thankfully, though, I feel like when girl comics break up with guys who don't do comedy, the guys typically won't start doing it. But I've noticed it the other way around, where if a girl's dating a guy comic and then they break up, she's now doing comedy.
yeah. This is
She
what happens
starts.
to hip hop. That's why there's so
They
many
just start
female
rapping.
rappers.
Because the female rappers are kind of killing it, though. Like, they're
That's what
doing
I'm
better than
saying.
the dudes.
Yeah.
Well, so that's also kind of the self-fulfilling prophecy, is that, like, sometimes, like, these girlfriends, like, there's a girl like that in Houston right now who's fucking killing it.
Yep.
And, like, we all just knew her as,
You
like...
used to date a
oh,
rapper.
Yeah, it was. She used to just date a comic, and we were like, oh, this is so-and-so's girlfriend, and now she's booked
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, she's probably she's probably seen the guy make all the mistakes, and she's kind of put it all together in her own. Goes,
Yeah.
well, I think I have the skill
If
set.
you watch enough, like, you
Yeah.
can, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, you come from an acting background, so you have like a study. Okay, the craft, or this
Yeah.
is the action, the dialogue, the scene.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm gonna put some punchlines.
Well, yeah.
in
So
that.
like my biggest influences like growing up was like Lucille Ball.
Yeah.
And like unfortunately Bill Cosby.
Sure.
So we had Bill Cosby himself. How long is that fucking special? It's like 2 hours of him in a chair on stage.
Yeah.
We had it on VHS. And my dad actually used to like act out like the dentist bit
Because he's an
to us
alcoholic.
as kids. No.
Your dad's a drunk.
No. Honestly, that would make him way cooler.
So your dad was a huge comedy fan.
Yeah,
Is
my
he the
dad's an
one who
actor.
Oh, your dad's an actor.
Mhm.
Ah.
Yeah, so he's
that must have made some of your creative endeavors a little more painless.
it does. It when I do things like, hey guys, I don't want to go to college. I just want to go do comedy.
Yeah.
It makes all that a lot more digestible for sure.
100%.
Other people's parents that have panic attacks.
Yeah, my family was not really keen on me not taking a job in the steel mill.
I think they were fine. Like my parents saved money because they knew that I was like a bad student.
Yeah.
Like I'm perfectly smart, but like I was telling you earlier, I don't do homework. College is entirely homework.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, yeah, we're saving our money.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of kids that I went to high school with too, they like dropped out after one semester of college. You
And
lose all
debts.
that money.
Huge debts that they're constantly being pestered to pay back.
Yeah.
They'll never
I
be
don't
able
have
to
any
afford.
student loan debt, which is
Yeah.
kind of my biggest 20-something-year-old flex.
Sure. Yeah,
Like,
that's great being
How many can
debt-free.
say that they don't have any debt other than credit card?
I have very little debt, but
I
I've
have
never
very little debt.
I never married, went to university.
Yeah, so
Never
that's
had
how.
owned a property per se, but
Yeah.
it
When they make you
saved
like
me.
tally up your assets to like rent an apartment,
Yeah.
I'm like 0. Take whatever you want, honestly.
Yeah.
If I get robbed, oh no, my IKEA furniture is gone.
Yeah, I know everything. This is the first time I've been stable enough that I was usually on the road for 6 months
Yeah.
out of the year, and then I'd be in LA for 6 months during the cold season, which was pilot season at the same time. So it worked
Yeah.
out quite nicely for a good 10 years. I was just
Back and forth.
getting away from the cold temperatures and still going on at the Comedy Store.
Yeah,
which
that's
was
so
cool.
cool.
It was fun.
When did you you're passed, right? Like a comedy?
No,
You're not passed.
at the Laugh Factory and the Improv, but I perform
Oh.
at the store probably more than all of
That's
those
crazy. That's crazy that you would perform more at the store, but
clubs.
not.
Yeah,
I don't really know how they pass people these days.
I've never really.
I've never looked into it because
I never wanted to get passed. I passed myself
yeah.
by doing comedy for 25 years.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, at that point, and if you're still booking the store, it doesn't.
Yeah, the gatekeepers to these kind of documentations of being passed and stuff. It was just I was already doing the Saturday night shows and
Yeah.
getting paid.
Yeah, if you're making money, that's all that really matters, right?
Not necessarily. I knew I wasn't gonna make any money
Yeah,
in LA.
well,
There's no comedy money.
No, there's no comedy money there.
The factory pays $80 and the store pays like
$80?
60. Yeah,
For
to do 20 minutes on a
20
Saturday.
minutes?
And for let's say that's the highest paid.
I know.
But you got to look
Fuck.
at it's a status thing.
I've never done Laugh Factory.
First place I was passed, one of the hardest places to be passed.
Well, yeah, I think it is pretty hard to actually get past because I've just watched that 2-minute open mic.
Yeah.
And like I know that it was like I
Just
know it's
blow
not
your
totally
shit up.
I know it's not totally a sham per se, but like they do claim that they book fresh faces off of that open mic. And in my personal experience, I don't know if other people have had different ones, but everybody I know that's done fresh faces at the factory was like already scouted
Yeah.
from other mics
Of
or clubs
course.
and then they told them to come please already do the 5-minute mic because they have like a 2, 3, and a 5-minute mic.
Well, that's what they do. They set up these comedy festivals, and then they look at all the people that signed deals that year, and then they book
And
them
then
for
they
the
book those
festival,
people.
and then they go,
And then,
yeah,
fresh faces, look what we did.
yeah, and deal was done a year ago.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. That's why I try not to stress about all that. I just
Yeah.
I
Well,
like to do-
what you said your father was an actor. Was he on in film or television?
Yeah, he had film, television. He grew up doing the stage.
And what film? What television?
He's not like he wasn't like famous or anything.
No,
but,
I
like,
don't expect you to tell me that your father was famous, but
definitely.
But
I mean, I'd be pissed if I was doing this shitty in comedy and he was famous.
but that doesn't mean anything.
nepotism.
You can't. Yeah, but nepotism
Yeah, but
doesn't
I
save
want-
your ass on stage.
Yeah, but it would get me paid.
But how much money do you need?
I don't know. A more.
Like about $100,000?
Uh, probably.
Yeah, right.
What's behind door number 3?
Like there's no.
Is it
mon-
half $100,000?
There's no money out there right now.
No, none.
There's none.
Zilch.
So it's all practice right now.
I don't mind. I don't mind having.
No
I don't mind
money?
being broke. You know,
It
when I
sucks.
have money, I'm confused what to do with it. Honestly,
Totally.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah, but because you know,
so I'd sit in my Venmo.
is your goal to achieve a level of financial success or
Yeah.
status?
No, so my goal.
I know you just want to pay bills.
Well, I mean, that's
That'd be cool.
kind of what I'm getting at. Like, my goal is to make all of my money from projects that I want to be working on because I love stand up with everything in me. Like, that's why we do
but
it.
you want to direct.
But it's not even. I would direct, but it's more like I would love to say that I have to have a day job, which is like being in a writer's room or like teaching even, or just knowing that I had like a series regular or reoccurring, or like I am have a commercial that's getting me residuals. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I some sort of income coming in through show business.
100%. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't have to do anything else.
Yeah,
Because I've never wanted to do anything else.
yeah. And you were auditioning for commercials and things in Los Angeles?
Yeah, and like I've done stuff, and like my IMDb is, they think that there's 3 of me because you
Oh.
have to actually pay
I
to
know,
go
I
in
just sorted all
and
that
sort it out. I don't. It's how much did you pay? I thought it was like
I
it was like
fortunately have a friend who's very, very good at gathering data that is spew all over the internet.
Oh.
So he spent meticulous hours, pulled in. My IMDb is like really good now.
yeah.
I didn't know
Because
that I'd
mine,
done all
if you
these
Google
things.
me, like I'll pop up 3 different times because I have 3 credits. So it'll be like Abbey for this, Abbey for this, Abbey for this.
When
But-
you put out your next special or the special,
I know,
then
it's-
get the other stuff together.
yeah, well,
there's no
'cause
point right
there's
now.
no point because it's like I think it's like $90
Yeah,
to go in there and then like say no, all of these are the same. Abbey Vollman.
yeah.
Here's my
You got to prove
bio
your
and all my-
identity, and then you get all in one location.
So dumb.
But at least it's there. So you
yeah,
have
it's there,
You have
which is nice.
you can at least cut and paste what you have into one file.
The things that I've gotten credits for too are crazy to me. Like some of the bigger stuff I've done, I don't get credits for, and then
But you can track that down. I think if the Writers Guild has your name in the credit or whatever.
ooh yeah,
they
I
could
guess if
pull
I've
up-
signed
yeah.
a voucher, then they'll have record of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it's a yeah, because I have a few films on IMDb, and then one like TV show.
What was the TV show?
It was scripted court TV,
Okay.
and I was the defendant. Like, and
I saw Jeremiah Watkins on one of those.
it's great money.
Is it?
It's stupid good
Will
money.
they give you like $700?
I got like $100, and I was on set for like 3 hours.
That's
4
pretty good.
hours.
And you had to go in and fake a case.
Yeah, like so
give
my
you-
my pretend parents were suing me.
How is that? Because you're
You know, because I was their
active.
no good millennial daughter. It's like
Yeah.
very pointed because the
Sure.
only people ever watching those shows are like waiting to go to the dentist in like
Yeah.
the lobby.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not. So it's like it was like very boomer centric. It was very like the vernacular and like the way that, you know, I'm a super senior at a community college.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how dare I? Right? I'm like 25. I still live at home. You know, I have this no good boyfriend character.
Was
to-
he sitting behind you crying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had
And
him
he was
behind-
the gayest kid I'd ever met. And they actually like didn't let him talk. And then they were like, we'll get you to come back for another episode, actually. Because they heard him talk and they were
Yeah,
like,
"That's not gonna work.
"It's not gonna
here.
work."
No one's gonna believe that they're together."
that's what I mean. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like this is boomer TV.
Yeah.
So like my parents sued me because I damaged our driveway gate because I
Oh.
was pulling into the gate and I was
Did you?
I got a text
oh
from my
God.
boyfriend
Yeah.
and I had to answer it and I hit the gate and then like they didn't end up suing me or whatever, but I did film this really cheesy outro where I had to be like, "Mom, Dad,"
Oh, when
I'll
they
try
talk to you
harder.
outside, yeah.
and then they were like, "We just really love you, sweetie. We care about you." 3-way hug between me, Mom, and Dad, and cut,
Yeah.
wrapped, $100 IMDb credit.
My mother watches those, and I had a hell of a time trying to convince people that are not in the entertainment industry that how much of the shit that they watch is scripted.
Oh my God, so much of it. Because I would do a lot of extra work too.
Yeah.
When you do extra work, it kind of ruins everything for you forever. Because you just
Oh, it's
you spend
purgatory.
so many hours.
Well, you saw Ricky Gervais's show Extras.
yeah.
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 There's a lot of that.
It's grueling work. It is.
It's like the green room at an open mic.
Yeah. You meet
It's
so
exhausting.
many people that you just did not want to meet.
No,
Like
no.
ever.
A lot
Like-
of people that smell like piss. Because
Yeah.
a lot of homeless people will.
They'll just do
sign
it. I
up,
mean, they'll give
yeah.
you $50.
It's terrible.
It's really bad. Sometimes they don't even feed you. Like,
Friends of mine would go and do these type of things for money, and they would always come back with horror stories.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
yeah.
audition for anything.
I like to audition actually.
Yeah, that's where your
like-
musical theater comes into play.
Yeah. See,
Hi, everybody.
well, so that's kind of what I mean. Like, I
Yeah.
don't, like, I do, of course, get nervous, but like, had so many years of practice of being like, but I can remain professional
Yeah.
and like get my shit done regardless of nerves.
Yeah.
I was a little anxious yesterday. I'm gonna follow Sean Patton
Why?
because he's great, and like,
The audience doesn't know the difference between.
well, it
You
doesn't
or-
even. It's not even that. It's just like he was so nice, and like he came off. He saw he did 13 minutes, and he was like obsessively apologizing. I was like, I'm trying to see your hour. Like
Yeah.
I don't need to do 7 minutes.
He is super nice.
He's so nice.
He's got some funny. There's a funny story every time I look at him. Because very few things that resonate with me personally, but he had a animated
Cartoon, right?
cartoon about
Yeah.
him going to that meth lady's house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've been there.
You've been to the meth lady's house?
I've been in a meth lady's house.
Oh,
not that
not
meth
the-
not the meth
but
lady,
a
but
meth
I've
lady.
been in multiple situations where I'm looking around going, "What the fuck? Why am I here? This person is clearly
On
a sick
meth.
person." Yeah.
Yeah, I once had a lady ask me after a show if I've ever done spicy cocaine,
Oh, is
and
it?
I was like, "Oh no, I don't think I have." And she was like, "Okay, good, because that means that it's meth."
Yeah.
And I was like, "At that point, isn't it too
She
late?"
snorted meth and it burned her nose.
I
and
was
that's
like,
why she
"It's
said it was
spicy cocaine."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, but it's
It's
too
meth.
late. You're already on meth at that point.
Yeah.
That's the risk you're taking."
I think she was in my improv class.
Yeah, she was in mine too.
The meth lady. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody has a meth lady story.
They're very interesting.
There's
They're not as scary as meth men.
meth men.
Meth men.
Well, yeah, because they're normally
Very
elsewhere.
Yeah.
I feel like meth ladies get by in society.
Until your teeth start disappearing. I don't know. Maybe you get more work then, the less teeth you have.
We get veneers.
Yeah, but then you end up with that
Celebrity.
black light.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that
with
shit's
the
crazy
gum
to me.
line.
That shit's crazy. You remind me of this comic that I met in LA. But he like
It was probably me.
no, he runs like some kind of like a heavy metal themed showcase or something. And he invited me to this party when I was in LA.
Ew,
And
this
it was
is
like
awkward.
it was a comic house party.
It sounds worse and
Yeah,
worse.
it's
This
gonna-
has nothing to do with me.
This is gonna sound like a lie, but you really remind me of him, and I can't stop thinking about this story.
What did
I was
do?
invited to this comic house party, and it was a Saturday night, and I didn't necessarily put two and two together.
How
that
many years ago? Is this
this
some
was
sort of
this
intervention?
year. This was this year.
Okay, I wasn't
This
there.
year, or like September, and it was September 11th, and
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it because, I mean, yeah, it's 9/11, I guess, but like I was invited to a house party. I'm not really thinking about 9/11,
Mm-hmm.
so I get there, and it's a 9/11 themed house party.
Come on.
So okay, this is why this sucks so hard was because my phone got stolen 2 days earlier from a bar. So I knew nobody, and like I took an Uber from somebody else's phone call for me
yeah.
from Valencia to Burbank to go to this party
Valencia to
where
Burbank.
I
That's pretty-
hardly knew anybody.
Yeah.
No phone, and it's a 9/11 themed party, and I can't take pictures.
Why are they theming
Like I couldn't.
it? Were
I don't. They had an ice sculpture of the Twin Towers that they blew up.
Were you at an ISIS party?
I think so.
Or was
They
this
were.
some sort of?
They were like it was like one of those ice sculptures you could take shots from.
These are comedians.
These were comics. Honestly, the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. They were taking fireball shots
off of the
off the
building?
Twin Towers.
Yeah.
And then at midnight, they
burned
blew it up with
Yeah.
fireworks.
These are
I didn't know what
comics?
it- like-
doesn't sound like these. It sounds like these guys have too much money.
One guy works at the ice sculpture place.
Okay.
Like that's his day job.
Yeah.
And so he just made it and brought it. This is what I mean. People hear this and they're like, "Okay, yeah, you got jokes, you got stories." I'm like, "You don't understand. This is God's comedic timing. I did not have my phone,
Yeah.
and I didn't know anybody.
Why wouldn't they let anybody take pictures?
There
Was the
wasn't. I
comic
just
famous?
couldn't.
Oh, okay.
I just couldn't. Like I
was
didn't have
wondering
any way
if you were
to
some
document
secret
it.
society, communist party.
Also, like, I didn't know anybody well enough or like want to give them my phone number
Sure.
so that I could have those pictures.
LA's a wonky place.
LA's weird. And, like even like giving out my social media, sometimes I get a little. You don't need to know who I am. You know.
There's
People are weird.
people are very weird. I'm very. I had to put it all out there. Anybody can message me.
Yeah,
but I
I'm
don't
pretty
really-
searchable. Like I'm really findable. I just never give out my phone number ever,
Yeah,
ever.
I have a picture that I send to people that bother me. It's very unpleasant.
It's
This is more of a warning shot
yeah.
to what might end up in their lap.
We don't call 911.
Yeah, no.
Don't tread on my cell phone.
You have a show tonight.
Yeah, I got added to the Hilton
Oh, Bianca's
show.
show.
Bianca's show
tonight?
at 8. Yeah.
I'm judging the roast battle at the Creek tonight.
Ooh. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go to the Creek after, and I have some friends at the Velve tonight.
What's the Velveeta
Yeah,
room?
I've never even been there either.
I haven't been in there either, but I know Christina had Brzezinski had a residency in there for a minute. I don't know if she's still there. Or,
No, I don't think
Oh.
so because they do the Velve will book headliners.
I should go. I should do a show there.
Well, you should because I've been like trying to hop on somebody's weekend at the Velve shows forever.
Are you doing the Kill Tonys?
No, I don't.
You don't sign up for that? Why?
Because I'm a chick.
What do you mean you're a chick?
I don't really love always like how women get interacted with on Tony's podcast.
Do you think on stage that they're sexualized?
No, and it's not even that. It's just kind of the 60 seconds. And, you know, of course, they're like, I know.
I haven't even said anything.
Well, you're looking at me like, why is she fucking saying this? Listen, okay? Like, I don't feel like it's my cup of tea
Sure.
right now.
You
I don't think
60. You don't have 60 seconds of comedy,
No, I for sure have 60 seconds.
and you've auditioned for things multiple hundreds,
Yeah, it's
thousands
just, it's
of times.
kind of I think it's more of the banter that kind of like, I don't know how well I would.
But you think the banter is a little misplaced?
Not even, I just like,
You don't want to be subjected
I don't want to,
to
I don't want to get up on stage and
be berated.
do jokes. Like, it's like, I'm not, like, I do swear a lot, but I'm really not a raunchy comic.
No, but it's
It
not.
may-
It's about being
so
funny.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, and then if I bomb, it'd be like, oh, just stupid slut trying to do comedy. It's
No,
like, all right. well,
no. Hold the phone. So what?
I don't, I don't.
I'm
don't
shocked.
I don't have a strong desire to do it.
No,
right now.
I'm not telling you to do anything. I wish
there was a way to skip having to do the podcast and just do the secret show. Like what I saw yesterday, I was like, oh, I want to do that.
Well, that's how you get on the secret show. Come on, lady.
I don't like.
Are you worried about being called a whore in front of a room full of people?
No, I get called a whore all the time.
Yeah, but this time it's on camera.
yeah, well, that's
where
what
it
I
counts.
mean. I don't like.
So write some jokes that would defend or embrace it.
I would need like. I guess.
I can't. I'm shocked. Actually,
know,
At the
I know,
very
a lot
end
of
this,
comics
out of
are-
all this stuff that you've told me, all your acting experience, all that rejection.
It's not even okay. Yeah, okay. So it's not even like it's a fear of rejection. It's just more like
You don't want to be publicly shamed
it's
by
not
people
even-
you don't respect.
I don't love when comics do kill Tony, and then regardless of how it went, they're like, "Well, I still did kill Tony."
That's fine. Why are
You know
you
what I mean?
paying
So I'm
attention?
like,
Who cares?
you just.
I
I've like dug myself into this hole of being
I
like,
can hear you're freaking out. Out of
Well,
all
like,
this whole conversation, you didn't fall off the ladder until that came up.
okay, well, because it's
You're
so
terrified.
controversial. Like it's also like really not that deep. I feel like right now I don't want to do the Kill Tony podcast.
How long you been doing comedy? What, 4 years?
3.
3 years. This is perfect timing. Trust me.
I don't know. I feel like if I'm taller than all the people on the panel, then do they really get to talk about my comedy?
I think that you have some preconceived ideas.
I
There's-
mean, I
it's
saw
not
them.
a-
I saw them at Skankfest, and
It's
they're
not an attack.
well,
It's trial by fire. It's hot coals.
okay. I guess like some of them. Well, the better prepared you are in Kill Tony, the better people typically do. But like when I saw them at Skankfest, maybe it was just like super
You'll
amped
be
up.
fine.
It
You'll
was
be
super
fine.
amped up, but I was like,
You got 60
"Oh."
seconds, and you can carry a conversation. You've had them. You've been in front of a camera, and then you run a scene, and then you have to talk to the director about the scene. It's the same situation.
I guess.
It's totally
I
that,
guess.
except it's completely.
It's
volatile
a little
at
bananas.
times. Yeah, it's totally
Yeah, that's what I mean.
bananas.
So maybe that's part of it is like the unpredictability because like
Because you've been in the actor's trot,
yeah.
and you're not used to somebody calling you a cunt
No.
during a Doritos commercial
Well,
audition.
right. Yeah, they'd be
Yeah.
like, "Okay, cut. Like, fuck you. That was terrible."
Yeah.
Like, it's not even that I don't want the
Criticisms?
criticism. It's just they're a little like unpredictable. And
Yeah.
like I don't know.
But what is your comedy on stage? That's completely unpredictable. You have a
little bit.
script and an idea, but
Yeah.
it's in the air. The wind can change direction. Waitress drops a drink. Somebody heckles you.
It's true.
You got to
Guys asleep in the front row.
Yeah, I think because it's very personal and very polarizing.
Yeah,
it could be a little
it's scarier.
unnerving. Yeah, it's totally scary.
It's
Are you
stand up is
scared?
Stand up is scarier than acting, for sure.
Oh, not for me. I'm
Really?
terrified. I've done very little acting, and I've got it. I'm doing another movie in a couple of months.
That's rad.
And
Feature or
I don't.
short?
It's a short. I did a feature.
You're gonna call this episode "Abby's Afraid of Kill Tony"?
No, I'm not. I want you to.
I
down that road.
appreciate the sentiment. It's just not really.
Yeah.
It's not an idea of like.
Totally. You're talking to somebody who's never done it.
Yeah.
So there's
Like-
why would I?
Well, then how did you get?
I'm just awesome.
Well, that's what I mean. Why can't I
Straight
just
up.
be awesome?
Just
You
be
know?
awesome. That's the other
That's
option.
kind of,
Totally. But as a developing comedian, there's a water slide, and Kill Tony is a water slide.
I guess,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah, we kind of. Yeah.
you're scared.
Not. It's not even fear. I just think it's like
You don't want to have to beat up boys.
I don't mind doing that. That's easy. It's pepper spray.
Yeah.
I'm verbally confrontational, but not physically.
Yeah.
Well,
Then you're perfect.
the older
for-
I get, the more I feel anger in my fists.
Yeah.
And I think that's
That's how I feel every day.
like it was a new phenomenon. Like
I've strangled a towel for no reason.
I got broken up with once, and that was a really bad one. That was
in
really
public.
no, but it was just tough emotionally. And then it was like after that, I started feeling anger in my fists. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is why people fight people. Like,
You ever strangle somebody?
no,
No.
no,
Really?
no. Why is that surprising?
No, because I have. I'm trying to find somebody else
Oh,
who's done this.
you're like, okay, yeah. So what crimes are we admitting to? Yeah, I've strangled somebody.
Oh, I'm talking about crimes of passion.
Oh, well, isn't
Yeah.
that still a crime?
Is it?
Mm.
When's if you're inside of the person while you're choking them?
All right. Well, that is consent.
Is it?
Yeah, well, as long as the person's okay with it.
When's if they're just their body's cold?
Well, then that's necrophilia, and that's my pay grade is not that high.
That's today's word,
that's-
ladies and
that's-
gentlemen. Necrophilia.
Necrophilia.
I know you got to leave and go do your show.
Spell it.
And where can people not find you on the internet?
You can absolutely find me on the internet. You can find me on Instagram. My username is weirdo.abbey, weirdo.abbey. I'm on TikTok at strawberry quip, strawberry like the fruit, and then QUIP.
Well, all the weirdos listen to this show.
Yeah.
You kind of know that there's going to be some unwanted.
Oh, there's tons of that already.
Yeah,
You
these-
just filter it out.
These guys are
I feel like-
animals.
Well, yeah.
Rabies.
Well, they can follow me. That's fine.
They'll follow.
Yeah,
Follow.
follow.
Thank you for being on the show.
Oh, thank you
Abbey.
so much for having me,
and,
Jason.
we'll see you around. Maybe I'll make my way out to Houston
He'll-
at some point.
Oh,
and do
yeah,
some shows.
please.
And I'll probably see you at Skankfest in Vegas.
I don't know if I'm gonna go to that actually. I'm not on it. I remember.
Yeah, go. But you got in last time.
Yeah, I know. That's because it was at my home club.
Yeah, but why not go to Vegas and try and get... Anyway, I
Yeah,
shouldn't be
I'm-
helping anybody commit any crimes.
Right? See, this is
I'm an enabler.
you are an enabler. You're making
'Cause
me
I never say
confess all
no.
my
Yeah.
crimes. Crazy.
I can't wait to see you on Kill Tony. Thanks for listening, everybody.
We would like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. To see all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe word with Jason